G'day guys, back in the Ranger, and we've left the caravan back at camp, packed the swag, all our camping gear, and we're in Canunda National Park, about to hit up some epic four-wheel drive beach tracks. We've heard it's pretty soft, so you know the drill. Rapid deflator out, we'll go into 20s all round, and then we'll drop it down to maybe 15 PSI on the beaches. The tire pressure down, let's get into it. Yeah, it's a really lumpy track, this one. Straight into proper four-wheel driving. If we get some soft sand, some sand dunes, we'll have it all on this trip. Probably no river crossings though.
Hopefully not.
And no beach crossings, no salt water.
We're not getting the car wet today.
It's been divot upon divot upon, it's almost like the biggest corrugations. They're not these little like, oh, so hit the head there. Yeah. They're not like corrugations, it's just like boom, boom, boom.
Currently going through a very tight section.
Tight and undulating. That's the word, isn't it?
That's a nice way of describing
undulating. Yeah. I mean, they're great fun. It's really fun four-wheel driving, but after a while, you're like, okay, cool. Yeah, okay, cool. It's getting shaken around. And plus, it means you've got to keep your speed down a bit, which is annoying. Like, you're kind of just rolling along. Otherwise, your suspension is really having a beast of a time with it. Like, it's just this the whole way. Whole track's been like this. But we got our water crossing.
We did.
Or our muddy puddle.
Freshwater rinse.
I think I was more excited for it than you were. There's always an alternate track for when it's too flooded. So it's definitely a choice whether or not you want to go through them, but we're four-wheel driving, why not? Come on. As long as it's not salty water, I want to go through it.
And you've been checking the depth too.
Yeah, I've been walking the depths, making sure there's nothing in there no submerged objects or no big drops or really soft sand or mud that we're going to get stuck in, because that would be terrible when we're on our own. Yeah. But yeah, great fun, loving the drive.
Yeah.
We're just trying to work out, because the wind is coming south?
West.
Southwest or just west?
Just west.
Just west. So the wind's coming from behind us anyway. So if we can get on the other side of these dunes, down there somewhere, maybe in behind some of the dunes, then we should be out of the wind, which is pretty important over here because it is very windy.
Blowing.
It's not just the windy west, it's the windy south. Windy bottom end of Australia. So let's see where we end up. But I'm thinking here, we literally got the bay in front of us, sun setting there. There's a pre-dug fire pit, nice sandy soft spot for the swag. We'll open it up in the morning. Beautiful ocean views. And yeah, I think this is a pretty good spot. let's get into making some dinner, or a fire first, then some dinner. We got fire, baby. Nothing like getting to camp, cracking a cold beer, getting your fire going, bed set up, you're on a beach. Now it feels like camping. Love it. Haven't made dinner yet. We just finished making the fire, sitting around it, nice. Storm rolled in, rain outside. So we're sitting back in the car, and we didn't want to be one of those channels that just shows you all this beautiful Insta footage where everything is pretty and beautiful all the time, because the reality is we haven't eaten yet. We're sitting inside waiting for the rain to die down a little bit so we can cook some food. And it's far too early to go to bed. So yeah, we're just sitting in the car, having a natter. Fire's still going.
Is it just?
Yeah, it's still going.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's not heavy rain, it's just enough rain to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rain that soaks you through.
Yeah, just like, yeah, definitely a lot of rain, but just not heavy, heavy rain, not tropical rain. Just enough to not to want to be outside in it. So anyway, I'm sitting in the car.
Just killing time.
Doing nothing.
Just play a game. I spy something beginning with R.
Rain.
Well done.
It's so obvious.
Nailed it. Good morning, welcome to our bedroom. This is where I slept last night, and then Dunk slept here. And you can probably hear it on the mic actually. The ocean was roaring all night, but not in a dumpy wave where it's distracting. It was really soothing, and just as we were drifting off, Dunk and I both commented on just how nice it was. It's been a while since we slept on the beach.
Good morning. Most important part of any morning is coffee. I love the fact that we went to bed at 7:30 last night when the sun went down. Got a long night's sleep, which is probably the best part of camping. But I still think it'll take me a few days before I wake up fresh, so bit of Java in the morning, into the day.
It smells so good. You just gotta have bacon and eggs when you come camping. Wonder how long it'll take the seagulls to work out that we've got bacon. You know, it could just be a coincidence that the seagulls are coming closer. I don't want to tarnish them all with the same brush. It could be a coincidence. It could be that they're just now over there and not over there. It's a long way off dinner. Still really full from breakfast, so it's a bit weird to be cooking. But we're gonna get the slow cooked lamb on the open fire.
Yeah, there's a good reason we're cooking so early. is we need to get our fire going, all our kindling, our big logs that we brought with us. Cook that down a bit, burn that down a little bit, get some hot coals, and then we're gonna cook a whole shoulder of lamb.
A whole shoulder just for us.
Slow cook it. I mean, we'll probably take some home with us. We're not gonna eat it all tonight. The seagulls know. As soon as I start talking about lamb, they know.
They know.
And then we're gonna chuck it in our camp oven on the fire and let that slow cook for a good sort of 5 hours. And then hopefully for dinner tonight, we will have beautiful slow cooked lamb kind of wraps, kebabs.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a really nice like mint heavy tabbouleh and then do like a mint cucumber yogurt too. So
Yeah.
it's doing pretty good.
Yeah, very, not Mediterranean.
Middle Eastern.
Middle Eastern. Middle Eastern lamb, slow cooked on a campfire at the beach. Yes. And we went down and picked up some of these nice sandstony blocks. We're gonna chuck sandstony rocks, definitely not blocks, sandstony blocks, rocks, block rocks, sandstone rocks. We've got rocks. So I figured these rocks would probably help us to block a little bit more wind so that we keep those coals nice and hot and they don't burn out too quickly. And also so we can put the camp oven kind of nestled nice on top so when it does burn down, it's not falling to one side and losing all that yummy juice. So yeah, chuck some rocks on, get the camp oven on, then 4 hours later we can eat.
So I'm gonna make a smoky, meaty broth, which then will reduce down and hopefully get really nice and crispy and sort of glazed. So the base will be a bone broth, which is full of protein and collagen, so it's good for your complexion too. Tons of smoked paprika, some cumin, some soy sauce. Put it all in, reduce it down. And
We've run into a little bit of a problem.
when Duncan bought the meat, I think he went for the biggest portion, but I can't fit it in the pot. The bone is just too wide. So
our problem is that our bone that goes through the shoulder is too big for our pot. So you're probably right. I did go for the biggest one I could find because why not?
I know.
So it's literally just this block here, just that end bit of the shoulder, but because of how the shoulder blade works, it's not even one you can just kind of fold back in on itself. So I think the only option is going to be to cut this up somewhere in here, to squeeze it in the pot, because I'd love it just to fit in, but it's not, no matter which way I push or prod, it's just too big. It is just too big. So let's chop it up and hopefully fit it all in.
There you go, you've done it.
Yeah, so I didn't actually have to break the bone, although the bone now does move because it doesn't have all that muscle attached, so I can now fold it in on itself and fit the whole thing in. So it's not too big, it's just right. Let's get this on the hot coals and get dinner cooking away.
That is the perfect oven.
Perfect little size.
Perfectly fits.
I wasn't sure if when we put that in, it was just gonna like fall or the rocks were gonna be too close together, but within millimeters, that is the perfect little rock camp oven, making us beautifully slow cooked lamb. Fingers crossed anyway.
Dunk's just turning the oven down. It's a bit hot.
I can't believe Sophie literally said to me, I think that needs to be turned down a little bit.
I think we need to be on 160 degrees, not 180.
Yeah, I'll just turn down the heat on the fire, but it is a little too hot. Those coals are deceptively warm, so we've actually evaporated most of our liquid, so I'm gonna chuck some more water in with it and then move some of the coals to try and reduce the heat, because otherwise we're just gonna have a very crispy bottom piece of meat, which won't be what we want.
All right, it's time to make tabbouleh. So it's super simple, but requires a lot of chopping. So if you've got a blender, use a blender. Cook your freekeh and barley together, let it cool, then chop your cucumber, tomato, parsley and mint. And you want it to be really, really, really fine. So it is a lot of chopping.
Everything's alright with the violet sky on my skin. Ooh, baby, I feel high with the violet sky on my skin. Let me breathe deep, let me get away. There's no place else I'd rather be. Ooh, everything's alright with the violet sky.
Well, it smells amazing.
It should be good to eat now. Woo. Okay, moment of truth. Oh, it's fallen off a bit. That's a little shoulder blade there. That's come off well. And there you have it, folks. Slow cooked lamb shoulder, done in the camp oven, steaming away on the side, looking pretty amazing if I'm being honest. And the all important, oh, that was actually perfect. Perfect cooked amount, nice and tender. Not bad if I say so myself.
Dunk found these and I've never seen anything so delicious in all my life. Normal looking sort of souvlaki wrap, covered in za'atar, so epic flavors. Smells amazing. I've just toasted it lightly on the Camp Master because it brings out all the flavors. Question is what to put on first. I think sauce as a layer and then build from there.
I would always go cheese, then meat.
Duncan goes for the naughty things first. And what do you say? If you've got space, you add other things?
Yeah. Make sure you get the best stuff first.
But if you put your sauce on the bottom, it's less chance of dripping and getting it all over you.
Yeah, well, horses for courses, I guess.
Each their own. And I do just go salad first. I put meat on last.
Blasphemy.
Okay.
I'll leave plenty of meat for me, I don't mind. I'm gonna do it the right way. Start with cheese, then the meat. I guess I'll put this on next. Bit of tabbouleh, some chickpea hummus because you slaved over it. It's just kind of turning into a pizza, to be honest. Maybe I should just put some cheese on top of it and melt the top. Mayonnaise, spicy mayonnaise.
That is looking pretty good. Oh.
Look at that bad boy. That is monstrous. If you got this kebab at the end of a night out, you'd be very happy. Heaven, baby. So good. I think I might have to cut it in half though, because this is big.
That's epic.
I got sauce on my face, don't I?
Yeah, you do, yeah.